Hi everybody, it's Rob Williams from The Outer Rookie. Today's episode is just a mini version of episode 19. This is purely just how to take a submission photo. The tips, the tricks, where to put the camera, what type of poses, the rotation, everything. So and if you didn't want to watch the long episode of episode 19, we just give you the bullet points of how to take a submission photo. So enjoy. And if you got any questions, you can always contact us on Facebook, on Twitter, or anything else at Outer Rim Rookie or Generation X-Wing podcast. Enjoy.
Okay, so the first photos that we're going to take is basically straight on. So keep your arms at your sides, right? Your feet are fairly, shoulder width apart. A trick when you're taking photos is to not actually hold the camera at the height of where the photographer or the applicant is going to be. It's actually better. Your photos are going to look a lot better if you take them. Oops, sorry about that. Such that the camera's that the camera's a little bit more around belly height. Okay, so you'll notice even like in the Legion CRL photos, everyone looks like this, which bugs the hell out of me. It's basically because a really tall person's taking the photo, so don't do that. Put the camera at about belly height. We're in horizontal mode right now on the camera, so you can't obviously see everything, but things just look a lot better when you shoot this height. And also stand further back and zoom in. That'll kind of flatten the figure out and you won't look so bobble-headed. Right, so you're gonna do hands at your sides. You're gonna do a front, right, like that. And then you're gonna do, I usually tell people to do a 3/4 view. So turn to your 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Right.
Yeah, there you go, right, got it?
So that's 30 degrees.
Right, now go to your 3 o'clock, right?
3 o'clock?
Yep, so now we're getting a perfect side view. I usually take one here and then I'll say put your hands up, right? So up to your sides like you're an airplane. Obviously you can't do it with your other arm right now, but that's okay. It's basically to see all the detail under your arm.
So you want to do like this?
Exactly, yeah.
Go on, look straight? Look
straight ahead, yeah. Okay, and then you're gonna do turn to your 4:30, 5 o'clock, right? Gotcha. Yeah, arms back down, and then you do 6 o'clock. So now I'm getting a nice back view. Yep, and then the other way basically. So now 7-ish o'clock.
So I'm doing like a 3. Okay.
Exactly. You're doing a full 360, right? Okay, and then 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock arms down, 9 o'clock arms up, right? And then 11 o'clock, right? And then you're back to 12. Now when you get back to 12, usually with the whole complete costume on, I'll do close-ups, right?
Yeah.
So I'll take a few close-ups of the helmet, front, side, and back to make sure all the details are in place. If you're wearing an armored costume that requires particular colored lenses, might require pointing a flashlight behind the lens, right? If you need a green lens or a black lens, this sort of thing. And then just any details in the front. So a lot of times it's like making sure that, the pouches are positioned correctly. A closer view of the cummerbund will show that there's the right number of stitches. Same with down here, that the cod piece has the chevron stitching on it. Sometimes with especially with the Biker Scout, especially with it being black on black, it's very hard to see the suede patches and the elastics on the thighs. So, it might require just a little bit more lighting or something to get that to show up, or adjustments on the camera. Right. And then any details with the boots, right? So just making sure that all that detail's in place. Once you have all those photos, we'll usually do an action photo, right? So you can, it's not usually a goofy one, right? It's usually it's usually with the blaster or pointing or whatever, right? Or, hands on your hips. And then one without the helmet on. One in particular showing that you've actually got the balaclava for the Biker Scout, because that's a requirement. Yeah. And then if you want to, you can take the balaclava off and just have your face, so that you can take, this is basically for your profile photo.
Flowing hair.
Yeah, your this one would have your name on it, etc. Right? Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay,
all right,
makes sense.
So now we're actually going to take the pictures.
We're actually going to take the pictures.
Awesome. I'm excited.
It's good.
I'm really excited. I'm seriously really excited. All right. We just took the photos. Now, obviously, the ones at the end, don't include those. Don't include. You want to get proof, don't do that. But you got the right idea. I got the right idea. Sorry, let me try that again. I understand what to do. 360, kind of around the clock, show the arm. All this, just make sure they see everything, the close-ups. I'm so glad that we're doing this video, because I don't think people realize how important it is to see everything, and it saves time.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention, you might even want to edit just like a little separate one as a helper video for people to apply. You know what I mean? Like just a little short one. But this is just what I like to see as a GML. I want to see, obviously, the full body, photos. The Legion usually only requires like front, side, back, helmet on, helmet off. That's it, right? But I'm like, as a costume, as a GML, as the costume judge, it's like, I want to see the details. Right. And like, if your hand's covering something, it's like, well, how do I know if you've done that right? So I usually like to ask people to have their arms up, this sort of thing. It just makes it easier, right? So
background. We used a white background. I was concerned, actually, because white suit, white background, but we have enough lighting in here. Yeah, a lot of people don't have that luxury of spotlights and stuff. Sure. So where do you suggest they do this?
Outside. So if you don't, like, most of the time people just have like one light in a living room or something. Yeah. And it's not great, right? Because you're getting that warm glow, and then if your carpet's, a tan color, that's another thing that kind of reflects, bounce light coming off. Outside.
We don't notice a lot of this stuff. Like fluorescent lights have a glow to it. LED lights have a glow to it. They all have a certain hue. And so outside you get your natural color in the daytime.
Outside, daytime, overcast day is better than a sunny day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and no flash.
No flash.
Yeah, people, they try to do it in their living room with a flash, and it's just like, it's not... It just, one area is going to be really washed out, blown out, and the other area is going to be in shadow. You can't really see a lot. So there's times, too, when I have to go back to people and go, dude, you got to take those photos again, right? Yeah. Like, it's just not, you got to get a good photo. That's the key.
This video, this will save you time, I guarantee you, because all this stuff I did not know. I did not know about the 360. I didn't know about the lighting. I just assumed stand in there, no bathroom selfie. I knew that much, right? But I just thought, just take 4 poses and you're good. But it's not as simple as that. And you want to save time, you want to get in there, and we want to get to Fan Expo. And as of this recording, it's like in 5 days.
Yeah. And you want to get approved, right? Yeah. So do what you can to help make my job easier to look at the costumes, right? So if you send photos that are too dark, most common issues are too dark, too blurry, too low resolution, right? Or they just forgot, the applicants like got their camera on the wrong setting or something. But and then in background, like, even when I say outside, don't shoot in front of trees or something like that, because what someone has to do is they have to Photoshop out your body to put it on a different background.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, they have these pre-made kind of Star Wars themed backgrounds, right, for the Legion profile photos. So a plain background is always best.
Who does that? Who does the?
Usually it's the Garrison web liaison.
Yeah. The 501st?
Or the membership liaison. Yes, of our Garrison.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Of our Garrison, the Outer Rim.
Garrison, yeah.
Okay, and I think I know who that is. So
it'd probably be Aaron.
Oh, I don't know who it is. Okay. I thought it was Brett.
No, he does. Brett does the fancy ones for like Facebook. Like, hey, congratulations to the new. Yeah, that's what you're seeing. But for the Legion side, when people try to search for your number, that's those photos.
Aaron Victoria.
Sorry,
Aaron Victoria.
Aaron and Victoria.
Right. Aaron.
Yes, Aaron.
You met. He's our Boba Fett. You saw him in our visit to Victoria, actually. So, and he's been on our podcast a couple times, talking about Outer Rim stuff. So fantastic. This is awesome. I really appreciate this whole thing today. Well, the whole thing in general, but we'll get into the thank yous later when this is finally done. But
this is where you give me, the $50 to make sure that I actually approve,
just $50. Oh my god!
The photos.
Oh, the bribe.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going.
Yeah.
So. What else? I think that's it. Now
you sent in your application.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. I sent in my application while we were working. While you were working mostly, I was filling out the application. Really easy to fill out, and there was a button there to figure out what number. There is tons of numbers. Yeah. Holy cow! And I found all 5 of my backups. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I'm not going to say it yet, but it has some meaning to me. So it's really cool. I already told you what it is, but I love the number already. It's just fantastic. I originally wanted 22222, but I think it's some guy in like Argentina or something like that. But either way, it's just my lucky number, 22. But this has got some meaning to me. So hopefully, cross my fingers, I get this number. And a lot of people don't care. I do. It's something, means something to me. Yeah. So. I think that's it.
That's it. So we'll look at the photos.
Yeah.
And hopefully they pass, right? You know, and
I am still I'm very nervous, yeah, because we could have missed something.
Yeah.
So,
but if everything goes through, we'll see you at Fan Expo. We'll see you at Fan Expo.
See me at Fan Expo. We'll see me at Fan Expo. All right, be quiet, kids. People sleeping upstairs. So, other than that, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Panda Props just Panda Props in Costumes.
But Instagram.
Yes, Instagram, Panda Props in Costumes.
In Costumes.
And YouTube as well, too.
Yeah. And YouTube, what's your YouTube? Is it Panda Props?
It's Panda Props in Costumes.
Yeah, and what are you doing on YouTube?
I have a whole bunch of stuff. There's like tutorials, there's like costume and prop builds, 3D printing. I have a whole sort of separate playlist for 3D printing stuff. It's just a whole variety of things, and I just like sharing with people. So
the Etsy store, and you have lots
Etsy
of
shop.
What do you sell at the Etsy store? I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Lots of like little accessories and greeblies for people that make costumes and things. So there's not a ton of stuff on there. It's fairly specialized, but soon I will be hopefully putting out more kind of costume kits. So I've got been working on. I finished a long time ago. Sabine Wren, Kids Sabine.
Yes.
So I'll be making those available as kits, and some Wonder Woman armor for kids. So the kids costume thing is something that's really fun for me that I made for my daughter, and kind of at the same time I'm like, hey, what an opportunity to maybe share that with people.
Your daughter looks so adorable. Thanks. Oh my god, it's like the Sabine. Your daughter wasn't in the Sabine.
No, that's
one.
Kim's daughter.
That was Kim's
I made
daughter.
That for
but the Wonder Woman thing was.
That was one. Yeah, that was right.
Beautiful, gorgeous, and so check out Panda Props. Please check out Panda Props. You'll find a lot of cool stuff and cool videos, cool greeblies. Everything you need to know. As for me, you can find my podcast on generationxwing.com, Generation X-Wing on Facebook, on Twitter, Gen X-Wing on Instagram, and as well, Outer Rim Rookie. You can find us on Facebook and here on the Generation X-Wing YouTube site. So hopefully you've been getting a lot of information with these videos. I've learned a tremendous amount, and hopefully you did too. Other than that, Fan Expo, man. Fan Expo.
We had hope, and armor was built on hope, right?
Built on hope. All right. I'm getting verklempt. All right. Cut. Bye. Out like meat on a shish kebab. And you don't know it, but your girl's doing kiss and rob. And you're the one who wants the corn, but you miss the cop. So here's a bit of something new. Give me a toot and salute, and I'll give you my boots. Where you need it while I'm playing the thespian. I got a ride, and you're just a pedestrian. I grab a horse, and I jump like equestrian. I talk smooth like Lando Calrissian. Deal with the leader of the convoy. Make some noise for the boys as we rip loins. Move your joints in motion if you can keep up. If you can't, here's a hanky to clean your weep up. Poetics are dropped in no type of coincidence. Check the